to the We Believe Players podcast, brought to you by Aztec Link and the We Believe Network. I'm Jack Powers. Alongside us, as always, Kylie Freeland, and joining us today with Aztec football, Max Garrison. It's great to have you on the pod.
Appreciate you guys for having me.
Of course. Well, first, let's talk about the team. You're coming off such a great season last year, 9-4. You're going into a new year, a lot of new faces, a lot of changes. Talk about what you're looking forward to entering this new Pac-12 matchups coming up.
Honestly, I'm excited about just like keeping the culture. I think that was a big thing that helped us really propel us to be 9-4 from the season before that. So just keeping the culture, having everybody buy into the culture, and so definitely excited to go into the Pac-12 for my last year and just like really show us what Aztec football is about.
Well, you lose Rob Orich, the DC, but you have Coach Sumler, who was with the program last year, kind of going into that spot. Talk about what it's like to have him now.
So I'm a big fan of Coach Sum. Like, he recruited me out of high school, so I think that was probably one of the big things of just like he knows what it is. He knows, like, he's one of the guys that like plays that role well. So I think just the scheme is going to be similar and things of that sort. So I think he's going to do a great job. But we saw it in the bowl game and just like in the bowl game prep as well. And just I'm excited to see what he can do.
And then talk about, you're in the Pac-12. What does that mean for you as a player moving from the Mountain West to the Pac-12?
Well, it's a big deal. Like, growing up, like, all you do is watch, like, being a SoCal kid, like, it's the Pac-12. Like, yeah, the SEC's there, but like especially being living and growing up in Pasadena, like, that's the Pac-12. Like, live for that Pac-12 after dark and all that type of stuff. So I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting for the program, it's exciting for the school to really make that next little step.
Well, you get to play UCLA next year too, up in Pasadena. What will that mean to you?
Oh man, that's like one of the things I've like dreamt about my entire life. Like, never got to play in the Rose Bowl, so I think that's the main thing. I think I might have to ask for like 100 tickets for that one.
And it might be UCLA's last year playing in the Rose Bowl, for all we know.
Yeah,
so
that's a tough one. Like, growing up, like, the Rose Bowl is like the epitome of Pasadena. So, and I have some of my best friends that play at UCLA. So it's one of those. It's like a homecoming game and getting to play against one of my childhood friends. So
that'll be so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Kylie, I'll kick it to you.
And now we're going to kind of get to know you. So you're from St. Francis High School in La Cañada, and you led the Golden Knights to 11-3 record. Kind of talk about your time there and what you brought to the team.
Oh man, like that genuinely is probably like some of the best times of my life right there. Just because like growing up in Pasadena, like, you have a lot of the Pasadena schools, but that St. Francis was always on kind of like a different level. So getting the opportunity to go there, getting to play under the legendary Coach Bonds and stuff like that, being able to play with a lot of my hometown friends, we all decided to stay together and play. I think it was like, a one-of-a-kind experience. And so, yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Well, you're kind of also entering like your veteran years kind of here with SDSU football. Yeah. You have all these new faces coming in. You were a team captain in high school, right? What kind of translates to that to now being, I guess, what you would want to say, maybe one of the old heads, as they'll probably call you on the team?
Yeah, it's different. Like, the other day I got called Gramps, so it's like,
no way.
And I'm like, man, like,
can't let that fly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm like, dang, I'm not that old. Like, I'm not that old. But it's one of the things, I think it's really like the thing that St. Francis and here have in common is the culture. And so, like, I think that's a big thing of what we talk about is just like how to keep the culture in-house and stuff like that. So I think, honestly, like, being a team captain in high school, like, that was the biggest thing, was holding everybody accountable, but also like making sure that we all gelled and meshed together. And so I think that's a lot of the new faces. That's the main thing, of everybody being on the same page and all meshing together, because at the end of the day, like, that's what's important.
Has there been any like outside events going on with you guys, like to get the new guys going in, feeling comfortable, or? Oh
yeah, like we had, like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, like, we had a team barbecue and stuff like that. And I think it's really just like going and just kicking it with each other. You know what I mean? Spending time, whether that's just watching TV, spending some extra time on film. So it's been nice to be able to meet the new guys and really just like gel and mesh with each other.
And when did you know that you had the talent to play at the Division I level? Was there a certain moment during your high school career, or did it kind of just happen?
Like, I think once my freshman year, I was like, like, I got like an offer, and I was like, and I think that was probably the turning point for me. Like, okay, like, I know I can play at this level. But I think it was like, I think the confidence, I got the most confidence in my senior year when I committed here. I think that, like, being able to knowing where you're going to college and not having that, like, there is pressure, but not having that pressure of like, okay, now I have to go to apply to all these colleges. I don't know what's going to happen in the recruiting world. like it gives you a different level of like freedom. So.
Do you remember putting on the SDSU jersey for the first time?
Oh
in a
yeah,
game?
we played Arizona, and it was like 110 degrees. We're playing. It was like
Was that the one here at when Snapdragon's first
yeah,
game?
so that was like 12:30 kickoff, and I just remember like coming out of the tunnel, and you're sitting there, you're like, whoa, and
I got burnt that game. I'll tell you that.
No, I remember just sweating bullets, but like it didn't even matter because it was like, and I think it was like running down on kickoff for the first time, and it's like sitting there and all it was like everything that you worked for is like all already right there.
So cool.
I think that was probably my most memorable moment.
It's awesome.
Do you have a most memorable football game that you've played?
I think my first game of my senior year of
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
We played Miracosta High School.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I think I had like 6 touchdowns. And
Wow.
ran for over 200 yards. And it was
Oh
one
my
of those for
gosh.
me where I was like, I don't think anything is gonna top this. Like I don't think. Yeah.
Well, talking about football, what's maybe one of the biggest lessons football has taught you growing up playing it?
I think perseverance. I think that's always a big thing. It's like at least no matter what was going on like in your personal life or anything, like you have to be able to persevere through it. And it was like no matter how many times you get knocked down, you get tackled, like you got to get back up. And it's kind of like maybe that next play mentality of like if something's going wrong in my life, like I know, okay, let me look to the next thing. Like everything's gonna like be okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going through the strength and conditioning aspect of all this winter stuff right now. Talk about how the strength staff really has just kind of preached that.
Oh yeah, you gotta come. We always hit the clock as soon as we come in. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, whatever's going outside, like when you clock in, like this is time to work. And it's one of those things like you'll hear them at 6 a.m. and they're screaming, and it's one of those things where it's like a wake up call. Where you're like can't feel sorry for myself. Like we just gotta go out and get it. And so I think they do a great job of that. Like one of those things where it's like everybody knows who they are, and it's like that's like one of the culture aspects of like, yeah, this is what we need.
Well, talk about also going to Coronado Beach, right? You're doing this for your second time this upcoming week. But just in general, what has that meant for the team
That's
going
one of
out
those
there in the
things-
morning?
I think it's one of those things. It's like as soon as you get off the bus, like you know what it is, and it's like you know that you're gonna be dog tired. Like it's one of those where you're just like it's like buckle up, like let's just get to it, and I think it's sometimes it's like a reality check because like a lot of people like view it's a place of vacation, but we view it as it's a place of vacation, but that's for the off season. That's when we're off. Like when we go to Coronado, it's like this is here to work. Like this is what it's all about.
Yeah, and how do you think all your training kind of translates to a big pressure moment? How do you handle that pressure? What do you look for?
I think like they put us in high pressure moments, so then like you don't fold.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's one of those things where I think at least for me, like how do I even put this? Like for me, like when I get to a high pressure moment, I've already been through it 100 times.
Yeah.
So it's like it's second nature. It's like it's not, I've never done this before. Like this is the first time I'm doing this. It's like I've been in these high pressure, high volume situations. So it's like when it gets to maybe a game or even like any aspect of my life, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. Like kind of breathe and let's get to it.
Yeah, you've done it 100 times already.
Yeah.
I'll stick with you right here as we go to some more questions.
Okay, and I do know that family is very important to you. Your mom was a former gymnast, your dad played football and baseball, and your sister plays soccer. Tell me how important they are to you and they developed you as a player and what they kind of mean to you.
Oh man, like my friend was like my everything.
Yes.
So the biggest thing for me is like it was just the competitive atmosphere. Like at home, like it's always competing. Like me and my sister are only 3 years apart.
Yeah.
So like it was like I think like when we played like 1 year of college with like at the same time, and it was like coming home for breaks, it's like, all right, come on, we're going to condition, and like the soccer conditioning is a lot different. So we're out there and it's just like working, and I think a lot of it was just like always like wanting to do better.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, like me and my sister, like us being so close in age, like we kind of had the same childhood of like, hey, we're going to practice, like we're going to work out. And also having like my mom, my dad, like my mom being an Olympic gymnast, it was one of those things where you're like, man, I'm trying to outdo you. Like, I'm trying to outdo you.
Go off
I'm
this.
trying to pave my own way.
Yeah.
I think it's just like they never put too much pressure on us to where like I didn't want to do it. It was always like, this is your choice, but if you're gonna do it, like you're gonna be the best at it. So I think that was probably the best part.
So based off everything you've told us so far, what can Aztec fans expect from you on the field this upcoming year?
Honestly, everything that I got, like giving everything that I got, like just know that like I live and breathe Aztec football. Like I've been here for 5 years, and I think it's one thing where I'm excited to show them like what I have in my last year.
I'm glad you said that because I was talking to Caleb. I said, hey, we need somebody on our podcast. Who should we get? And Caleb said, you got to talk to Max Garrison. He is the ultimate guy who's going to represent this team. I was like, we got you.
Appreciate that.
Of course. Well, let's transition to the fun questions here. Take it a little bit off football and a little bit of. So, what are some of the pregame rituals, superstitions you have before a game? You have to do these.
Well, I always have to have a pack of gummies. That's like they always have them in the locker room. I gotta have one pack before. I usually like go out to the field. Gotta go barefoot, and then I gotta walk around the field and get a feel, and kind of soak it all in, and then I think like the week of I gotta figure out what I'm wearing for the game. Like what's
You gotta
the drip
know way in
gonna look
advance.
like? Because I don't want to stress about it, but it's always like, okay, like what's the drip gonna look like? Okay, what cleats am I gonna wear? You know what I mean? What
Are we talking
bands?
like the fit too for the Warrior Walk, like when you're off the bus? Or,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's that too.
Everything.
Where you're sitting there, you're like, okay, I'm gonna wear this pullover. I'm gonna, what do you call it? You know what I mean? So, and then I think my most important one is, so in high school my head coach had passed away,
Okay.
and so since high school, like before every game, like in the end zone, I'll say a prayer to him, and then I write his initials in the dirt, and so
cool.
I think that's probably the biggest one. Like I've never forgot to do that since like my junior year of high school.
Wow.
So awesome.
That is so awesome. And I know you talked about your most memorable high school game, but what's your most memorable college game?
Man. Honestly, it'd have to be the Oil Can game from this past year.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was a big one. That was a big one for me, at least, like, kind of just knowing, like, really don't like them. Like, put it that way. Don't like them. And it was an early kickoff. Like, I think those are my favorites is the early kickoffs. And so definitely, like, was amped up all week for that one. And as soon as, like, you stepped on the field, like, you knew exactly what it was. So I think that was probably my favorite one so far.
Well, that team up north will have to come down here this year.
Oh, yeah.
Or it could be 2 games against them next year
Yeah.
too, which would make it very interesting. But hey, if you were deserted on an island for a year, you can only take one album, one movie with you. What would those be?
One album, one movie. I'm taking AI Youngboy 2.
Okay.
And then one movie, I'm going to take Rush Hour.
That's a solid one.
Yeah.
Little Jackie Chan.
And for those who don't know, kind of tell us what keeps you busy outside of football. What are your interests and hobbies that you enjoy doing?
Love video games.
Okay.
Walks in Pacific Beach. It's been like my Sunday routine lately of just go down there.
Reset.
It's like resetting the week, you know, get out there, be active and stuff like that. And honestly, like, I'm a big family guy, so like whenever I get the chance to go home, it's like training, and then I'm on the couch watching The Rookie with my mom.
Aw.
So that's just what I do outside of here.
Well, the rookie baseball, right? Like, am I thinking of the wrong?
No, it's the cop show.
Oh, the cop show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the baseball movie.
heard of
But you
that.
did play baseball.
Yeah,
Talk about the meaning of baseball.
man, I started playing baseball before I started playing football,
Wow.
and I loved every moment of it. Getting to play center field for most of it, and that was just like, it made me a better football player. Made me have to, like, I think that really was built up the high pressure moments of like, football's more of a team sport. Not saying baseball's not a team sport, but like when you're in the batter's box, like it's just you
It's on
Yeah.
you.
in the picture, like it's
Yeah.
just you. So
You're in your head.
oh yeah. So it made me like maybe help me build confidence to be like, okay, like if I'm in a situation, like I know I got it, and it made me help me like breathing and stuff like that, not getting too high, not getting too low, kind of staying even keel. So
I love that.
And now we're going to move on to our Name a Teammate segment. So I'll ask you a question and then just name a teammate. Who has the best playlist on the team? Who you giving Ox?
Bert.
Okay.
Okay.
Bert the Ox.
What's he typically playing?
He's all over the place. The other day we were listening to country, and then
Okay.
he goes into rap, and then he goes into gospel. So yeah, I trust him. We're getting in the car together. I'm like, yeah, Bert, you can have the Ox.
He's
There we go.
versatile.
Yeah, real versatile.
Who on the team is most likely to forget their shoes before practice?
Most likely to forget their shoes. Kaimana. Sometimes, he's a youngin', but I would say
It's the early mornings. They're getting them.
Yeah, early mornings they'll get to you. So yeah, 100%.
Who's the best dancer on the team?
Either DJ Overstreet or Prince Williams.
Okay.
I've seen Prince
Yeah.
pull off some moves out there on the field.
Prince is one of those where it's like you don't see him dancing mid practice. Yeah, then something's wrong.
He's having an off day.
Now, who's the team jokester?
Team jokester. Other than myself, I'm not gonna. I love to crack with some good jokes.
You gotta have it.
But I would say Prince. I think
Prince
he's the biggest
again.
troll on the team. He's up there.
Who would make the best coach someday?
Tano.
I can
think
see
Tano-
that.
I think Tano would make a really, really good coach.
I
Yeah.
could totally see it. I could see him coaching like here in San Diego down
Oh.
the road too.
1000%.
Who's most likely to go viral on the team?
Dono.
Good or bad?
Good
Okay.
viral, but he's got a personality like no other. So I think he would definitely be the one to go viral.
100%.
If you could switch lives with one teammate for the day, who would it be?
I'd say Denegal.
Denegal.
Yeah.
Trying to run the offense?
Yeah, just run the offense. Just one day, run the offense, sling the ball around the yard a little bit. So.
Now who's
100%.
now who's best dressed on the team? Yeah, you can say yourself. I know you've been planning them for.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would say it's between me and I give Ace.
Okay.
Ace always can throw some on.
And who's the biggest trash talker?
Dono or Nape.
Who was it last year? Was it Chris Johnson and
Chris.
VP?
Oh, Chris. No.
No, Chris only?
In a league by himself. He had some material that I'd be sitting there and be like, Chris, like, where did you think of that? But I think, like, I would say I was, like, a close second. At least, like, not as much in practice. Chris was turning it on
Oh.
practice.
Who was he typically doing it with in practice last year?
Anybody.
Anybody. Just line up on him.
Whoever lined up against him, he was on them.
Well, we'll go over to this or that now, so we'll give you two options. You pick which one you like more. So early morning or late night practices?
Early morning.
Books or movies?
Movies.
TV shows or movies?
TV shows.
Text or call?
Call.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Spotify.
Sneakers or slides?
Slides.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Energy drinks.
Defense or offense?
Defense. All the way.
Bus rides or flights?
Flights.
Night game or noon game?
Noon game.
And then home jersey or away white?
Oh, home jersey.
Like that.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
And then sunset or sunrises?
Sunset.
Perfect. I
Dang.
love that. Well, to end things off here, first off, thanks for joining us on the podcast. But if you could give just a little word to all those who are donating NIL donations to you guys, supporting you guys financially out there.
Honestly, like, we appreciate you, like, more than like, your contributions, like, really make what things run. So I think, like, it's one of those things where it's like, please keep donating, and, like, we really appreciate it. It helps make our experience at San Diego State, like, second to none. So, thank you.
Well, you heard it from Max, everybody. Huge shout out to him joining us on the pod. Thank you again. We love talking to him. A lot of great things for SDSU next year. Pac-12, great schedule, and a great defense to show. Max Garrison explained that to us today. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.